Welcome to the workshop. No telling what he has been building here. This is so cool looking. That's awesome. You can see the little piston legs going up and down. Now this is something that I can picture on the Skybase. This looks kind of cool. Those little wheels with the nuts on them, or the screws on them. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today we are back with probably one of the most awesome collections I have ever seen that has been sent to me from a viewer of the channel, and I'm ready to jump right into this. Now if you're asking where the Skybase is, Skybase will return this weekend. I had a couple little delays on it, but there should be an episode out Friday or Saturday for the Skybase. But today we're going to be checking out these creations made by Duck Joke. And as always, his workshop link will be down in the description if you want to download anything that you see on this episode here today. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Duck Joke, that is probably a name that will always stick with me. We've actually checked out some of his creations before. He sent us in the town a long time ago. It was like a bowling alley / diner and a cool little car. But today, we are going in a little bit more scrappy, mechanic-y type sense situation here. I know it sounds kind of odd. This is like an experimental facility, and there's a bunch of cool little crafts that we've downloaded. Like I said, this is all a part of one creation or one collection. But the first thing we want to check out is the Scrapyard. This is where the magic happens. This is the big workshop that I'm assuming these creations were made in. Now this thing is cool. And you know what? I thought about it. I was like, man, this would fit so good in the Skybase. But then I looked at the spider web. I was like, there's a lot of bearings. There's a lot of pistons in here. This thing would probably lag pretty bad, but nonetheless, definitely going to check this thing out. So as you can see in the lettering, Scrapyard. Now I want you to go ahead and take note that there is no mods in any of these builds. This is all straight vanilla. So Mr. Duck Joke, he does a fantastic job with using the vanilla parts. I mean, some of the shapes that he's achieved here, the color schemes, everything is so fantastic. But yeah, let's go ahead and get in here. This is probably the coolest door that I've ever seen. So you walk up to this front door. We need to get into the Scrapyard here. Kind of knock on the door. Nobody's answering. Well, there's a little trick behind this. You need to go stand under this little arrow here. So when you stand here, check that out. A little panel pops out. There's two switches. One's the light switch, and it kind of turns these off. Or we've got the actual door. Now, let's go ahead and watch this door real quick. We're going to hit this switch and check this door out. It sticks. It's slowly lifting itself, but on the side, it's got these locking mechanisms that are popping out. And let's go ahead and we're going to watch this again. We'll close it. So you'll see the locking mechanism goes down. Next one goes down. And the final one in this big, massive metal door finally shuts all the way. It's definitely really, really awesome. But yeah, welcome to the workshop. No telling what he has been building here. This is so cool looking. Like the amount of parts that he's used just to kind of form the walls and all the random clutter in here, it's magical. So yeah, let's see, lights are on. What else can we interact with in here? There's a lot of stuff in here. Guess we'll go ahead and start off in this corner here. This all looks like a lot of cosmetic items, I believe. Except for what's going on here. Seems like maybe he's working on the back of the workshop there. So it can't get over there. Looks like we have like a little workbench over here. Maybe a little chest right here. What's this button do? Oh, okay. Looks like some sort of fuel containers that are being burned off here. That's pretty awesome. Is there anything to interact with up here? No. So you got those. This is actually one of the vehicles that's outside, or at least a part of it. So you can see it looks like where he's been working on it here. You got that. Got some motors. Got some spare parts, wheels, all the paint colors. Pretty cool looking. Over here, this looks like the motorcycle. He's got like a little motorcycle too. That one looks like it, and this one also semi looks like it. So it's like another little part over here. You can hop on this right here, and we can go up to the second story here. Got a little balcony, a little observation balcony. He's got some containers over on this side. I'm assuming this may be some of the fuels that are being run down to the corner down below. So we've got that. Definitely cool. Let's go ahead and ride back down here. Cool. Okay. What's this in the corner? Actually, like, that looks like the start of something, something big. That looks like the head of, like, a monster or, like, a mech or something. That's cool. I kind of wonder if there's, like, a finished version of that. Alright. What else do we got here? Looks like we got another... This is the doorway. What's this panel? Oh. Oh, this might just be the controller. Okay, this is the controller for the door. I like how he hides these. So let's just go ahead. We'll hit this again. Suck that back into the wall there. Let's go ahead and open this door. There we go. What's that down there? It's kind of like this weird mechanical look. I'm liking a lot of this. I think this might have like a little shut off here, so if you were to try to walk under the door as it's closing, it'll hit the sensor and probably cut it off. That's a neat little safety feature, actually. Alright, so we are in the next room here, and I do not know what this room is at all. There is a lot of signage, a lot of pipes. Oh, can't enter. Uh-oh. What's he doing to those ducks in there? Maybe this is like a little bit of a duck experiment room. You've got that over here. Looks like we got another little storage area. You get your horns, pipe pieces, maybe some little containers here. Alright, let's go ahead and head up. He's actually got an elevator here to go up in the tower, so we're going to hit the switch here. And elevator. You know, it's hard to imagine, like, a lot of times with vanilla parts, like, if I were to walk through this and didn't know this was all vanilla, I would swear there's mods everywhere. He's just done that good of a job. This looks like kind of like a smelting room, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like a smelter. You got like the, I don't even know what they're called, but it's what holds the liquid metal, and it would pour it off into here, possibly. This looks like big metal sheets that are hung up on the wall. Back here, this looks like an electrical room, and oh, there's a ladder here. Okay, we'll go up that here in a second. Maybe that's the top of the tower. Over here, you've got like another little smelting area, it looks like, some storage. This is pretty cool. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead and walk up. Is there a way to get up this? Is there a seat block or something? There's a seat right there. There we go. Alright, this looks like a little observation area. You know, this would be a really cool survival shelter. Like, I could imagine this being tough to take down. I don't know, I know there's going to be damage to your shelters when the farm bots are in survival, but I don't know if, depending on maybe if it's metal, if it would withstand a little bit more damage. But yeah, this is definitely a really, really cool workshop. But what is a really cool workshop without some really cool creations? So let's jump down and see what he's built in here. Alright, gotta watch this door again. This door is just so epic. I love the way this thing moves. Let's look at this spider web real quick. That is awesome. So, he has some creations to go along with this. Now, we don't have everything pulled out. I strongly suggest going to his workshop because there's a couple vehicles that I left out on purpose. That way you guys can go over and check them out if you like the vehicles you see here now. So, we're probably going to check out this big truck first. This is the Scrapyard little work truck. This is actually cool looking. It's like a big, it almost looks like a dump truck. Like a post-apocalyptic dump truck. You've got the big wheels. Look what he did with the small wheels here. I like that. It's like rim covers with the small wheels and the pipe pieces. Let's see, this opens up. What's back here? This looks possibly like nothing but storage. Yeah, this looks like just a storage area. You got pieces of farm bots. Maybe he's gone out in the wasteland, destroyed a couple farm bots, and harvested some pieces and loaded them back up in a truck. It's another thing that has me excited for survival. Building something like this, if you actually get to haul around the pieces. I don't know if they're going to go straight to like an inventory, or if you actually get to haul them around. There appears to be like a satellite dish up here. There's a little dish up here, and there is a gun. Pretty sure this is on an electric motor, so yeah, 1 and 2 turns the gun. Oh, it's got a little timer here. You can hold down the 3 key and shoot the gun. There is some guns coming to Scrap Mechanic. If you've kept up with their Twitter account, they've shown some spud guns, and I don't know exactly how I feel about those. They look cool, and I guess they're gonna do enough damage to the farm bots. I guess to keep it a little bit more kid friendly, they went with the potato guns. So it makes me think there's gonna be some sort of harvesting system for the potatoes to get the ammo for the guns itself. But yeah. That is a really cool truck. Let's go ahead and drive it around real quick to see what that setup's like. What's this button? Oh. Alright, well, we're in here. Okay. We just kind of hopped right up in there. Let's see. 1 key's roof hatch. 2 key. 2 key actually turns on the radar dish, which you can do it up there manually. And 3 key is, yeah, you can see the shadow. It's kind of hard to see. It's the door, though. Alright, let's go and drive this thing around, see how it handles. A little, is it using, yeah, I think it's using an electric motor. A little on the slower side. It is a heavy creation. This thing's made mostly out of metal. I do see some little parts, like the little caution blocks, and maybe a little bit of concrete in there. But definitely mostly a metal truck. Definitely not going to be outrunning any farm bots, but that's what the gun's for. So we have protection here. I just love the way this looks. Part of me wanted to build maybe some bigger areas on the skybase, like roads, in order to maybe have a couple small vehicles. And something like this would work really well if it wasn't as big. But yeah, that's a cool little truck there, like a little salvaging truck. Oh, that's what the roof hatch is for, apparently. There we go. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the next one. Alright, the next set of creations that we have, we're going to pull out the lift for these because these have some kind of unique names. By the way, the truck was called the Scrapyard truck. But we have the experimental Cyclops here, and we have the Spy Door. I don't know if I wonder if that's like named after something in real life. Well, not real life, but maybe fantasy or maybe some sort of steampunk. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. But yeah, this is, both of these are actually mechs. They're walkers. It looks like this one over here is like a bipedal walker, and this one here is like this four-legged. I'm trying to see how this thing works. Looks like it may have like an AD converter on the bottom. That's probably how it turns. So yeah, 1 starts moving, 2 does nothing for some reason. 3 is to move backwards when 1 is turned on. 4 is to turn left when 1 is not turned on. So kind of have to remember these. Okay, we'll try this out. We'll try this, and the bipedal is more of an experimental build. I did play with it just a bit. I noticed it does tip over quite a bit, but it's still really cool. Let's go and hop up into here. So 1 key is to move, and looks like I'm seeing some sort of logic. Oh, that is really, really cool. That's awesome. You can see the little piston legs going up and down. And then you got the, I'm assuming they're on controllers here. You got some sort of logic going on. I don't know if those are just, actually those are actually working. I thought maybe they were just for lights for show, but you can see the timer back there is timing the walking. So we've got that. The 3 key, while the 1's activated, this should be like a reverse. So we've got that. Now he said to turn, you need to turn 1 off, and we'll go to 4. Oh, it just shimmies itself over. Okay. And then 5 would do it to the right. So you can't actually, I don't think you can move forward and turn at the same time. So I've got 1 activated. So if I were to hit 4, it's not turning. I mean, it is somewhat trying to strafe, it looks like, but it's not really doing much. So you kind of have to turn before you start walking. I must say, this is actually quite an impressive creation. There is no turning glitch, I don't think. I think just the turning, actually, what is the AD? Still not really quite getting what the AD's for. It could have been a feature that isn't fully fleshed out. A lot of this is experimental builds. Let's go ahead and turn this off real quick. Oh, I left one of them on. He's just gonna sit here and do circles now. I'm gonna look at the lift again real quick. Yeah, confirmed. It seems like the AD converter on there doesn't actually do anything. It's just was one of those things that was hooked up. It does appear to be kind of hooked into something, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and put that one up real quick and move on to the bipedal walker. Now this thing is cool. I like these. I believe Con created one of these not too long ago. These are fascinating to look at. Now this one, if I can get to the seat, there we go. This one walks relatively well. It's cool how it uses these counter thrusters to keep itself from tipping over. And it does a pretty good job. The only problem that you run into, and this one does have it has a steering glitch into it, and you have to be really careful. If you're really hard on it, he'll tip over backwards. So if you kind of will edge over with the D key here to turn him, and you got to be very careful. But he does turn. You just can't be really super aggressive with it because it will tip right over. There's no stability glitches or anything in here, which I don't know exactly how those would work with a bipedal walker, with how it's going. It's got that up and down motion with the walking itself. Normally a stability glitch kind of suspends stuff in the air, and it's really kind of awkward on certain creations. That is so cool. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of turning here. Little bit of, oh, there we go. Got him to tip over. Let's go ahead and shut him off. Oh, he's just like kicking his legs in there. He's doing exercises. That's how these robots stay in shape. Let's go ahead and exit out. Okay, so there's a steering glitch. That's really compact. Wow. That's a cool creation. I like how he's gone with a certain theme. Like everything's the same color scheme. Everything looks very similar. Alright, what's next? Like I said, I'm not going to pull out all the vehicles. I want you guys to go to his workshop and kind of be surprised. Let's go to this. This is, I believe it's like a jet motorcycle. It kind of looks like a, I don't know if it's necessarily a motorcycle or it's an experimental jet bike. Looks like a three-wheeled bike. Bounces a lot, small thruster, has horrible wheels. You are being a hazard to yourself and everyone else while you drive this. Okay, well, that sounds good. I like that. Now this is something that I can picture on the Skybase. This looks kind of cool. Those little wheels with the nuts on them or the screws on them. Yep, it is definitely bouncy. That is really, really awesome though. I like the way it looks. How does it turn? That's definitely a steering glitch, I think. I don't know, are those wheels free at the bottom? Yeah, those are free bearings, so yeah, there's the steering glitch right there, so you can turn right around. So let's get going this way. You know, for a steering glitch, it is pretty aggressive. A lot of times on small creations like this, the steering glitch typically tries to tip it over or make it do kind of these weird barrel rolls. But this is very, very nice, very stable. I like what he's done with the thruster. I really wish Scrap Mechanic would add a 1x1 thruster or something of maybe an odd number, because you see he's got that thruster on a bearing and it's twisted over to where it will center it. And I really wish they would have some sort of like odd numbered thruster. There's a couple parts in Scrap Mechanic that I don't understand. There's some that are odd and there's some that are even, and you kind of wish you had the opposite or at least had another option for them. So maybe they'll add something like that in the future. You can always get that in the mod pack. So that is really cool. I like that creation a lot. Not too fast. You know, let's go ahead and I want to punch it real quick. Oh, okay. That is punching it. You know, that's actually not too bad. Oh, there we go. Kind of tipped over. Not too bad though. I really like that creation. All right, we've got one more to check out here, and then we're gonna wrap this episode up. All right, here is the last creation we are gonna check out here today. Now, this is the experimental jet car. This is, of course, made by Duck Joke. Everything you've seen here is all by Duck Joke. It looks like we have doors, raise the right and left back wheels, and thrusters. Huh, pretty easy. Now, I like the way this thing looks. It's like a mechanical type beast. And he's got these, those little controllers. Yeah, he's got these fenders that are poking out, covering the wheels. They're just kind of hanging there. I got a little bar on the front. How does this door look? Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. It's like a little locking mechanism. It pushes these two blocks out of the way. Actually does a lot more there. I wonder if that other side's kind of stuck. Go ahead and close that. Okay, so they work on the same controller. That's cool. You've got that. You've got 3 wheels in the back because obviously one's not enough. Looks like there's suspension. I don't know if there's anything like weird setup suspension-wise. It's pretty typical. You've got the 3 thrusters, and you've got a very, very nasty-looking wing on the back. That's something. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this. 1 key is the doors. 2 key is whoa. Okay, oh, that pushes, okay, so he's got the, I don't think I've ever seen that before. He's got the suspension on a piston there. So that's the left side and the right side. So what does that do? Does that just kind of just raise the ride? Let's try driving around normal. Okay, definitely a heavy creation, once again. You know, it surprisingly turns well. With that many wheels on the back, you figure the turning radius would be extremely wide, but it's doing a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and kick those suspension up real quick. I think the suspension being up is supposed to be used kind of with the actual thrusters here. So let's go ahead and activate those and get moving here. Oh, this is cool. It says it drifts a little bit. Let's try that. Whoa! Okay, maybe a little bit more on the flat areas. We can't really drift as much here in the off-road. You know, it's actually doing a good job. I like how it lays over. That suspension gets really aggressive. You know, I never thought to do something like that. I thought about it once, but not to this extreme. Like, I thought, okay, well, we can have like a truck and we can have a lift kit on it and we can raise it up about a block or two at will, but nothing like this. How does this drive with the thrusters and it being down? Not bad at all. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go and jack those back up real quick. There we go. Shifted into overdrive, and we are driving back to the workshop. That is awesome. I definitely want to thank Mr. Duck Joke for sending these creations over. As always, it's a pleasure. If you ever want to send anything to the channel, I will flash the link up on the screen. You can send it through here or through my Discord. I accept them in both places. Definitely cool. I do look forward to checking out more creations in the future, but we will be moving on to the Skybase next Scrap Mechanic episode. Like I said, think it'll be out Friday or Saturday. I've just run into a lot of delays this week. It's been extremely busy with work, and it's been very unpleasant, but I do have some points where I can get some build time in very soon, so we will have that out for you guys this weekend. Also tune in for some more Stormworks, Brick Rigs, probably some more Rover Builder, and whatever else feels right. But yeah, if you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel, and we will see you guys next time on Scrap Mechanic. Thank you!